Hello and happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm Milagros, and this month we are talking about different avenues by which to become more aware, because awareness is like the first major piece of creating and cultivating a life that we want, love, deserve, right? If we want to level up health and happiness, we have to be willing to pay attention to what we pay attention to and to various components of our lives, so that we can say to ourselves, does this align? Does this action, this thought, these words align with who I say I am, with what I want for my life, with the life I'm trying to create, with the relationships I want to have, with the work I want to do, with the way I spend and make money, right? So awareness is the number one piece. And we talked about earlier this month, we talked about awareness of who we are. We talked about knowing how, paying attention to and being aware of how we interact with life. We talked about paying attention to the feedback and the information that our body is giving us, being more aware and being in our bodies. And this week, I want to talk about this kind of driving force, or our mission. So really the question is, what is your mission? Do you even know? And I'm not just talking about mission for work. I'm talking about like your life's mission. What is your life's mission? And I know this is a really big, like philosophical, weighty question, but I also feel that it's a necessary question for us to ask ourselves, because in asking ourselves this question and becoming aware of our driving force and really anchoring ourselves in that driving force, we again can make different decisions that can help create and cultivate the relationships, the life, the finances that we want, deserve, desire, need, right? So in thinking about this, of course, I have a mission statement for my life. Of course I do. I'm not asking you to necessarily write a mission statement. What it could be for a lot of people, the idea of writing a mission statement for their life feels too big and like, what? I have so much going on. You want me to write a mission statement? No, not really. But I do want you to get rooted into your why. When we know why we do what we do, we start to develop this amazing discipline, and we no longer require external motivation because it becomes intrinsic, right? It's a thing that drives us from the inside out. And so if I know why I'm doing what I'm doing, not only does the how become easier, but the what is also something that makes itself more available. And I also get over myself a lot more, because if my driving force and my why is pulling me in a direction, I can't spend too much time worried about what other people may or may not think, because then I'll never accomplish, achieve, align with my why, right? So I have to kind of surrender all of that to show up and be my best and do my work. And it becomes just such an amazing anchor. I can't think of another word right now, but an anchor to alignment, for whatever that means for us. So if you're saying to yourself, like, I don't have time to write a mission statement, that's okay. The other thing that you can do is decide what your most important values are. Like, what are your most important, your core values? That's why they're called core values, because they're the most important, and this is our core. And what do we hold as the most important in our core? And then the question becomes, do our thoughts, words, and actions align accordingly? The goal right now is not to necessarily do anything. It's just to practice the awareness. This month for me, and for you, if you've been on this journey with me, is really about practicing the awareness. Am I in a constant state of being aware of who I am? Am I in a constant, or at least as much as possible, consistent, trying to come back to a place where I am aware of how I'm interacting with life? Do I believe life is happening to me? Am I a victim? Do I believe life is happening for me? Am I a receiver? Or do I believe that life is happening through me? Am I creating and collaborating with life? Am I paying attention to, am I aware of how my body is saying, it's time to rest, or it's time to move, or don't do that, or go do that, right? Like, our bodies are these amazing vessels that hold a lot of information. They for the most part, do not lie. So am I paying attention to that? Am I aware of what my mission and or core values are? because they are driving my thoughts, words, and actions, right? And so even if I have a thought that doesn't align with my mission or my core values, I can then, because I'm paying attention, catch that thought and be like, I see you. You have no room here. And literally, I speak to it out loud, because the best way to stop a train of thought is to speak out loud. So I will say to that thought as if it was a separate entity, I know where you come from. I know that you think you're protecting me. And I am aligned with this. And this is my why. And you do not align with that. So thank you, no thank you. You can be on your way, right? So when you think about your mission, if that's not possible, then instead perhaps think about your 3, 5, 7, I really would say 7 is the max, core values. And then use those, again, as your anchor. But right now, the goal is to become aware. What is my driving force? What is my mission? What are my core values? My mission statement includes bringing love, fun, and honesty into all of the spaces of my life. And love, fun, and honesty are my 3 top core values. So whether I'm showing up to be with my daughter, love, fun, honesty. I'm going to be honest with her, and I'm also going to be honest with myself in those spaces. I'm going to do that whether I'm teaching fitness classes at the gym. I'm going to do that whether I'm giving a talk or a training. I'm going to do that whether I have a one-on-one coaching client. I'm going to do that in my relationships. I'm going to do that when I'm by myself. When I'm by myself, this is also a space of love, of joy, and of honesty, right? And then it allows me to practice being, not just to practice, but to be congruent in all the spaces of my life. And no matter the chaos and the crazy that's happening outside of me, I'm rooted, because change is inevitable. That's going to happen. Okay, so bring it on. So when change happens, it's going to happen. My mission is the same. So then I become adaptable to the circumstances because the character is rooted. Just saying, y'all. So that's my question for you this week. Are you aware of your mission or core values and what's driving you? And if you're claiming it's your mission and core values, are you aware of whether or not you're actually lining up with your thoughts, words, or actions? That's the mission, pun intended, for the week. Pay attention. Focus on that. All right, that's all I have. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who can benefit from it, please share it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And if you have questions or comments, please put them in the comment section, or you can email me. If you do email me, please know it might take a while for me to get back to you. As my business grows and I get more emails, I'm not able to respond to everybody within a 24-hour period. So I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I appreciate you, and I'm sending you light and love, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace!